Okay, so microphone test number 2. Can't see anything out of the bloody mirrors at the moment, so just have to adjust those slightly. Just fitted those the other day, just because they look nicer than the original big biffer mirrors that come on this bike. My little R9T, I've had this for a year. Just replaced the tyres with the Pirelli MT60 RS, which are like much deeper cut, higher wearing winter tyre. I think they come as standard on Ducati Scrambler. Seem really good so far, actually. Really good for grip. Oh shit, all over the place. Fueling's a bit dodgy when it's cold. Okay, so this is my kind of regular ride, just popping into town. Got to go and take some post in. I suppose I just figured I'd start recording some of the little rides I did around here on the Isle of Wight. For people that are thinking about coming here to ride, to see what it's like. A lot of the roads are actually like this. There's a few big roads, but it's mostly sort of back roads. Lots of dampness under the trees at the moment, a bit squirmy in the corners and stuff like that. You've got to be a little bit careful, especially on this. It's not got traction control. It has obviously got ABS but no TC, so you just have to be a bit careful in and out of corners like then, because it just, the rear just locks very slightly. Yeah, I've had this bike a year. I've put about 3,500 miles on it. Really like it so far. Perfect for the island because there's no sort of really sustained high speed. You're just sort of up and down the box, flashing around. A lot of town riding and stuff like that, so it's been really easy to filter on because it's just so stable at low speeds and stuff like that. You might have gathered already by the bouncing around that the roads are pretty bumpy on the island. They are all being upgraded, but they're still lumpy bumpy everywhere you go. This is Parkhurst Forest to the right, sort of backs onto the Isle of Wight prisons. We're in the middle of February and the weather's actually not too bad. I've just got jeans, jacket, nothing particularly, just some regular gloves on, nothing particularly special. Yeah, so the bike, what do I think of it? It's the first big bike I've had. Had a CBR 600RR, a DR 400, what else? A couple of other things, can't remember what else to be honest with you. So the first sort of modern bike. I wanted an old Airhead, but I wanted something that I could use every day. I'm sure people say, yeah, you can use them every day, but I just spend enough time fixing broken Volkswagens. I don't want to spend any more time fixing a motorbike as well. I want something I can just get on in any weather and just go and ride and not have any trouble really. Let's see if we can get out of here. Apparently there was a crash down by the hospital earlier on, so no doubt traffic's going to be pretty heavy. Some days it's like this, you just come along here and it's just constant from both directions. For a place with not that many people, it always seems to have a lot of traffic. But you go out the back of the island and there'll be pretty much nothing because there's nobody out there. Everybody seems to be congested into very small parts of the island. I suppose that's the same in a lot of places, isn't it really, that people just all gather in one place. Seems like the planning policy revolves around sticking everybody together rather than building the infrastructure to do any new towns or anything like that. Sorry, I'm blathering on. I should be talking about motorbikes really. Oh shit. Nice move. Have to be a bit careful down here for here because people are got some questionable driving going on. That was another reason why I thought I'd start running the camera as well, because there's always people pulling out. A lot of old folks on the Isle of Wight, so you get quite a lot of dodgy driving. And it's always good entertainment to watch it back, have a laugh, just how bad people are, how much they cut you up. If you ride here, you've just got to expect that. You really have got to expect everybody to drive like an absolute arse, and you won't be disappointed. Christ, not a smoke. Cyclist isn't going to be grateful for that. Not quite sure what it was that was kicking out all the smoke. A bit glary now, so I'm sorry if you're getting blinded. Go on. Standard. Oh, finally, thank you. Dick face. I have taken the exhaust flapper out of this. It doesn't really do a lot in terms of power or noise really, it just helps with reducing engine braking. I was finding that when I was taking anybody on the back, every time I changed down a gear, up or down a gear actually, anything over 2,500 RPM, that it wasn't very smooth. This has sort of smoothed it out a bit, just lets the engine breathe a bit lighter, and I much prefer it. School holidays, there's going to be Grawper Central around here.